I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. Well, the latest surface analysis shows that our frontal boundary is sagged a bit farther south. The front runs from upstate New York back down through Cleveland, just south of Indianapolis through St. Louis, then down to just north of Springfield, Missouri, and runs across the Kansas-Oklahoma line. Yesterday, that front was about 250, 300 miles farther to the northwest, and I think we're still going to be range-bound on this front. I'm expecting the cold front to be changing over to more of a stationary front or even acting like a warm front, drifting back north. It's going to be the highway, the corridor for moisture over the course of the next several days. Playing into this, some moisture working its way through the northern plains, a nice cluster of showers and thunderstorms from central North Dakota on down through central South Dakota. This is ahead of a warm front that's pushing east through the high plains, the Badlands of South Dakota, the Nebraska Panhandle, places like that. That moisture is going to be working into the Corn Belt from the north and west probably as we go through the day tomorrow. Could produce some heavy rains there. And then we'll see the front just kind of, again, act as a corridor to move the moisture on off to the east. Tropical Storm Bill making landfall in the East Texas coastal areas. Look for him to go straight north through East Texas into eastern Oklahoma, then hook in and follow that frontal boundary corridor on off to the north and east. That will likely bring heavy rains right across the heart of the Corn Belt again. Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. As we finish out the week, Friday, Saturday, I think we could even see the impact in Missouri probably through the day on Thursday. So lots of rain coming, and that is a story that we have to look at. I'm kind of playing it this way. Over a good chunk of the Corn Belt, let's just say all but the western and northern part, I think we could see 2 to 5 inches of rain easily between now and the end of Sunday. And with the system coming in from the northwest over the next day to day and a half in Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, you know what? An inch or two there, or at least half to 1.5 inches could be falling, with coverage fairly nice over that part of the region. So there's rain for most of the Corn Belt. Now everybody's saying, all right, well, let's get through Sunday. Then what? The only thing I see is a slight differing in the pattern in that we put together 2 to 3 dry days back-to-back in between systems. We still have some fairly decent-sized systems coming in, one around the 25th and 26th that can do half to 1.5-inch rainfall totals over most of the Midwest, and then another one around the turn of the month, the first, that is not as impressive. But as we kind of mentioned in our online write-up this morning, temperatures need to be another story to pay attention to in the longer haul part of the forecast. I am seeing, as we go toward early July, a nice trough digging in across a big part of the country, taking temperatures below normal, and in some cases, especially around the 1st, maybe well below normal across the Corn Belt. So a cool air push, Canadian air, could be coming in across a large part of the country. Now, the drier air that goes through next week will likely cause some good progress in harvest over the middle of the country, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas with regard to wheat. I'm looking at from probably tomorrow or Thursday right on through most of next week, we should be dry in the hard red winter wheat belt, so we're looking for some harvest to progress there. Now, if there's anything left to harvest in Texas and Oklahoma. Kansas, from what I'm hearing, should still be able to move forward okay, but we'll be watching to see what kind of rains want to emerge over that area in the next 12 to 24 hours. That could make or break the crop there. That's what we've got in our midday update. Just not a whole lot new to talk about. The key headlines here to pay attention to: Tropical Storm Bill and what it means in terms of heavy rains over the rest of the Corn Belt. It's the way things are stacking up. If you've got any questions on the weather, give us a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.